What is up guys, it's Syrum and welcome to episode 2 of the player Facescan requests. I'd like to thank you all for watching the videos and engaging in the way you have. It's really motivating to see you all so keen for new videos. Today I'm bringing you 12 different player face scans, and the first up is none other than Jobe Watson, who was stiff to miss out on the video for episode 1. Now Jobe looks exactly like Jobe to me, and that's always the standard for a good player face scan. I won't spend too much time on each player as there are 12 to go through, so feel free to pause the video and look at each player more in depth. It's a really good likeness for the ex-captain there though, and moving on we have another highly requested one in Carlton's young gun, Patrick Cripps. Now I feel Cripps' hair is a little off here, but we have to bear in mind that the developers have been developing the game for a long time and not every likeness is based off the player's updated and current appearance. It's still a very good likeness for Cripps though, which is good to see them paying such a close attention to detail. Next up we have the skipper of the Geelong Football Club in Joel Selwood. Selwood's model is really impressive, especially in the sense that even his cleft brow is clearly distinguishable from his other brow. A very good likeness, and by this point that's exactly what we're all beginning to expect, so it's really good to see them following through with all the player models, various ages and from various teams. Very good likeness for Selwood there, but next up we have Hawthorn's big trade recruit in Jaeger O'Meara. O'Meara's character resemblance to the player is very high, and there's no doubt about which player this is meant to be. Finally got through those nagging injuries and has looked to have found form at the Hawks, so it's great to see him in the Guernsey and all. Definitely one of my favourite player models, and I think he's a very prolific player, so he's one of my favourites as well. Next up we have Majak Daw, which I had a lot of trouble working out, so I'm only showing his head scan as his body is laughably disproportionate to his head. Majak looks great, really think they've captured him well in his scan also, as they have done with many of the face scans to date. I'm really looking forward to see how his finished model looks in terms of height in the completed game. Moving on, and we have Dyson Heppel, the current skipper of the Essendon Football Club and the man who has led them to a 2-0 start to the season pending their game with Carlton today. Heppel looks pretty good. His face is a little bit more chubby than I actually think it is, but it isn't a bad likeness at all, and obviously a major step up from his AFL Live 2 model. The next face scan we have is actually one of the cover stars in the Swans, Isaac Heaney. Heaney's made a name for himself up at the Swans and has launched himself to great heights, hence him being voted as one of the cover stars. His model is a pretty good likeness, it captures his hair pretty well, and his pigmented skin is also captured very well. Heaney looks great, and I can't wait to see the finished face scans from the game. The next face scan we have is Hawthorn's Jack Gunston, who starred as their main forward in the absence of Jared Roughead last season. Gunners looks perfect in my opinion. It's very easy to tell who he's meant to be, and again I have no complaints about this face scan. It's a very good one. A lot of the Hawthorn boys do have very good face scans, even the players that have moved on. Which brings us to another highly requested player in Melbourne's Jesse Hogan. Hogan's face scan is a great likeness to the player, which is exactly what I was hoping to see with this one, as he's such a versatile forward, who I will most likely be trading hard to get in career mode. Really happy with his likeness there, and think that you guys would be too. And now we have one of Collingwood's senior leaders at just 23 in Taylor Adams. Don't have any complaints about Adams' head sculpt. I think they've done a consistent job with many of the player models, which just gets me that much more excited to play the game. All in all, it's a decent head scan, and I think you'll all agree with that. A lot of the Collingwood boys do have good head scans. I know I haven't done many of them, but I will definitely bring some more to you in the next episode. Next up we have a bearded Gary Ablett, which is a closer resemblance to his 2016 appearance. I really hope we'll be able to remove the beard in the full game, as I've always thought of Gaz as the baby-faced baldy, although his beard does look pretty good too, so if I don't quite get my way with that one, I don't think it'll bother me too much. Last but absolutely not least, we have Port Adelaide's Robbie Gray. Gray is one of my favourite players, and I've always rated him as a small forward, so it's good to see him done justice in his character model. A really well done head scan, and has captured his hair, beard and structure perfectly. Now just before I go, I wanted to let you all know that there are some in-game player models for players that have recently retired, such as Jimmy Bartell and Dane Swan. If you guys would like to see them, please let me know below. That brings us to the end of the video though. If you enjoyed it, please give it a spectacular thumbs up. If you have any suggestions for episode 3, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get to doing all the ones that I can. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoy your Sunday and I will see you later.